Alright, so when thinking about a summary, who can tell me what a summary should include? An excellent summary should include what, Haley?
Excellent summary should include, I mean, that is really good, but
Kayla Tolbert? Who, what, when, where, and it should include the most important details. Are we going to tell everything, all the details in the summary?
no.
No, when do we tell all the details?
Paraphrase.
But in the summary, it's condensed, it's smaller. We just tell the most important details. But we tell enough to make sure that the reader really gets an understanding of what happened in that chapter, all of the most important details. So for the next 10 minutes, what we're going to do is analyze our teammates' summaries. And I have a summary up here on the board, and I want you to just listen as I read that out. Think about everything you know about chapter 10, and tell me if this person really, really, really hit on all the important details in chapter 10. It says, Joey Pixel was introduced to a special ed school. A man named Special Ed stayed with Joey and showed Joey around the school. Special Ed said that he was to teach Joey how to calm down. Show me if you agree that is a very detailed summary of what happened, or disagree, he's missing some important details, some important events. Because basically, if I had never read this, I would just think that, okay, Joey's the only one at the school, his teacher name is Special Ed, and his Special Ed just was hanging out all day. Who has another summary that they would like me to read out loud for the class? All right, Sienna's. Sienna says, in chapter 10, it was Joey's first day of middle school. When he was starting to get on the bus driver called him a foster kid, which made him worry if his mom was going to be taken away from him. He met 4 kids. 2 rode backwards, 1 had little arms and fingers, and 1 kept on hitting his head on the back of Joey's seat. When Joey got to the school, he met Special Ed that wanted to take or give him a tour around the school. While he was giving him a tour, he got to see classrooms, students, and teachers. When they got to Special Ed's office, Joey wanted to call his mom to make sure she wasn't being taken away from him. So when he called the first time, his mom was busy. When he called the second time, she was still busy. And when he was going to call a third time, Special Ed took it away. Then Joey said he had to go to the bathroom when he really didn't, and he was kind of like hiding and thinking about the things Special Ed had said. When he came out, Special Ed spoke to him about why he was there and that he had to be there for at least 6 days in order to get out. In order for him to get out, he would have to do good. Now, raise your hand if she almost captured like almost all of the important details. Who can tell me something that you think she may be missing? Jerome. Now, tell me if it's something missing or just some inaccurate information.
Inaccurate information?
Okay.
Like, at the beginning of the story, she said he was starting middle school.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, going towards the end, she said that he needs to spend at least 6 days there, but it's like 6 weeks.
It has to be 6 weeks, and he's not starting middle school. He's starting
Special ed school.
Where's at a specific special ed center. Other than that, was there anything else that she needed to add or subtract? She gave the most important who's. It was Joey, it was Special Ed, and it was those 4 kids he met on the bus. May, June, Charlie, and I don't think they ever said the kid with the helmet's name, right? So she didn't just talk about Joey and Special Ed, because those weren't the only people in the chapter. An important detail was that the bus driver called him a foster child, and this kind of made Joey go into this crazy idea that his mom was taken away, which prompted him having to do what? Call his mom multiple times. So, that's an example of a really good summary. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I want you to maybe add or subtract or correct inaccurate information on your summary if you need to, or anything that you just thought about while we're reading. You need to reflect. Stop leaning back in the chair now. You have 2 minutes.
I got that a lot. I don't know if you did. They just didn't, like they didn't get along. It was like, what's the movie? Freedom Riders? Yeah. Like for real? Because you know what high school is, and it's like. With the exception of science. Very. I think the whole thing used to look kind of like this.
All right, is there anyone who upgraded their summary and now they would like to share it out? If you made some upgrades and you want to share it out, go ahead, Gabriella.
In chapter 10, it is Joey's first day of special ed school. When the bus pulls up, the bus driver calls him a foster kid, which made him think that his mom was taken away, making him worried. When Joey gets on the bus, he meets a boy named Charlie and 2 sisters named May and June.
Stop. So a detail that, although Sienna's summary was awesome, a detail that she included that Sienna didn't was that May and June were sisters, because we just knew there were 4 kids. Okay, continue, Gabriella.
When he gets off the bus, he meets this guy named Special Ed, and he shows him around. Joey realizes that special ed school isn't like he thought it was. It isn't scary.
Stop. A detail that she also included when she upgraded is that she talks about Joey's perception. When Joey first went there, he thought it was going to kind of be like a prison. But when he arrived, he said it looks more like a what? Hospital. A hospital. And it wasn't as bad as he thought. So she also included perception in the summary. Good job. Continue.
It isn't scary or anything like prison, and the teachers aren't mean. When Joey and Special Ed were talking, Joey keeps asking to call his mom because he's worried, but she doesn't pick up each time he calls. Special Ed explains to him why he is here and when he will get out and how he can get out.
Good job. All right, so great job on summaries. Today, later in class, we're going to do some paraphrasing. And so unlike summaries, just to recap, we're not going to just tell the most important details. When we paraphrase, we're going to tell what? All of the details. Right now, on the back of your doing now is your homework. You have 30 seconds to put that in your homework folder. Your assignment, and after you finish, you're still tracking me. Thank you, Leah. So right now you should only have the sheet of paper on your desk that says do not write on this sheet. So what's in front of you is some guiding questions for our group discussion. In your groups, you're going to have a group discussion on chapter 10. Before we start, I want to go over some norms with you about the discussion. First norm, one person speak at a time. That's first rule. Secondly, everyone has to actively listen to relevant introduction. Third thing, if you agree or disagree, that's fine, but do it respectfully and then make sure you add on if you disagree. And the last thing is that everyone shares. There are 4 questions, and there's enough time for each person to share out their thoughts on each of the 4 questions. Raise your hand if you sit where Sienna sits. Go. You are going first. Then you're going to go clockwise. So then it would be, raise your hand if you'll go after Sienna. Raise your hand if you'll go next. Raise your hand if you'll go last. You're going to have 10 minutes to discuss all these 4 questions. Ms. Hurt is putting the norms on the board just in case you need a reminder. And you may start.
Okay, good morning. I'd like to take a picture of myself in the hours I can see around the corner of the morning, tomorrow in the next journey. And find out anybody the rest of the going to because even though it's Mom, I really think that again.
Yes.
How very bad thoughts because she's the only thing who bad thoughts. Yes, feel bad.
So what's the main question that you're asking?
Wait. Why does this bother you so much?
So you have to explain.
Okay,
He didn't say that.
So this is saying, right? Think about it. Decide which
Hurry up.
what?
Hurry up.
So you can compare
Now go, Jordan. Okay, page 99. And say please. Don't say okay. In fact, nothing was scary but something I really think I had me like and it was let's buy it and she didn't.
The bus driver thought,
Because he thought his mom
would get taken away.
Alright,
Amen. I got like 6 people, and I still haven't gotten the response I wanted. So I'm gonna pull it out to the whole group. If you look at number 2, it says, explain why does Joey flip out when he is mistaken for a foster kid? Why does this bother him so much? Who can tell me why it bothers him so much? Kristen.
It bothers him because his mother is the only person that he has left, and he feels that if she's gone, then he'll have nobody.
Exactly. It did bother him because he thought his mother was going to be taken away. But why is his mother being taken away such a big deal for him? Because he doesn't have anyone else. Good job, Kristen. That's exactly what I was looking for. Continue.
Why did he say this?
He said between
So this group, are y'all done? So everybody shared out every question. Did everybody share out every question? Everybody was sharing out every question? Was that the directions? It wasn't. And then y'all are saying yes and you're lying. Everybody shares out every question. Go ahead and continue. Let's be clear that everyone is sharing out every question. Alright, now we're going to go through each question and I'm going to have one group share out each one. So the directions said to read and explain each of the following quotes from the novel. Consider what does this quote reveal or show or explain to us as readers. The first one says, as I look at the little picture of myself in the mirror, I wish I could see around the corner of this morning, into tomorrow and the next day, and find out in advance what was going to happen to me. Because even though I promised Mom I wouldn't think 3 bad thoughts in a row, I felt I couldn't stop them if they showed up. Juan.
When he says he wished he could see around the corner this morning, he's saying that because he wished he was prepared for what would happen that day, so he would know what happened, so he would know how to do it.
Yes, he's saying he wished he was prepared for what's going to happen to him in that day, because he's going to a totally new what? School. But so was it this class that they use a specific word that I was looking for?
Environment.
Yes, he's going to a totally new environment, meaning everything is new. The friends, the teachers, the building. So he's just saying he wished he knew what was coming so he can be prepared for it. The second one we already completed. Number 3, on page 94, Joey states, it was, if my life was trapped between 2 words, run those days. What does he mean by this? What does he mean by that? Kayla.
What he means is like, if he should go and not